Hello everybody, I'm Yvette of DIY Uniquely Yvette. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back. This week I'm going to be making something different. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, hit me with a comment below, tell me what you think, and let's get into the project. A lot of times I'll avoid doing a project that requires me to paint because I don't like running to the house to rinse out my paintbrush. And I don't really like putting my paintbrush over and over into dirty paint water. So that means running to the house to wash out the paintbrush. And who wants to do that? Lazy. So I'm going to be putting a sink in the garage. Don't get excited because I am not doing plumbing. I am going to jury rig something that will allow me to get water into my sink that I'm putting in here, and I think it's going to work great. I hope it'll be useful. I hope what I show you will be useful to someone out there watching this video. But let's get right to it and see what I'm going to do. Okay, I bought this plywood, which I think is about a 1/2 inch thick, or maybe 3/4 of an inch thick. I don't know. It's pretty thick, and I'm going to cut it I'm gonna figure out the size I want to cut it down to support this sink. This old used sink, as you can see, it's kind of like scraped off. The porcelain part is scraped off here and here. It's a little gross inside there. I gotta clean it out. But I think I paid $15.55 for this from the Restore. I think it restores Habitat for Humanity. Anyway, I bought this sink from there, and I'm going to build like a base for it to sit in. Here are the supplies I'm going to use for my sink. I've got this cheap little bathroom faucet that I bought from Walmart. I think it's like $14. It's really, it feels really cheap, but it doesn't need to be fancy because it's going in the garage. I got this mixing hose from Lowe's. And I think it normally goes on a washing machine or something like that. So if you end up needing something like what I'm making today and you want to get this, you can ask for a Y mixing hose at Lowe's or Home Depot. I also bought these two adapters from Lowe's, and it's a 3/4 inch by 1/2 inch. I don't know what it's called. Oh, threaded hose adapter. I'll show you how it looks on the inside of this package. I've got two of these. See that? It's got threading on the inside, threading on the outside. And this will go on to here like this, and then go into the top of this hose like that to attach this hose to the faucet. Oh, another thing I have to use in this is a hose, and I bought a 100-foot hose because where my outside faucet is on the house, and that's about 80 feet from my workshop. So I'm not going to be fancy with this base for the sink. It's just going in this workshop. All I want it to do is be functional. What would be helpful, I guess, is to have these little side parts that I could just rest some paintbrushes on. So I'm just going to maybe give about 1.5 inches on the front and the back, like there. I'm just going to make a little piece there. I'm going to get the T-square and just draw a line, and we're going to cut it with the table saw. So I made this crazy hole for the sink. I measured like crazy, and then it just happened the way it wanted to happen. And I cut the hole out with the jigsaw. Alright, so what I have here is two pieces of 2x4 at 30 inches long. Two of them. One for the front, one for the back of the bib. These two are 18.25 inch long, and that's going to go on the sides like this. This is just going to be a rough little box to hold the sink. Nothing fancy, it's special. 30-inch long legs. And I'm going to secure them in. Again, we're not getting fancy with this piece. Okay, this is where we are so far. I've put on the 4 legs. It's all not perfect, but it'll be fine. One of the things I have to do is put some support pieces here and there and there across the back, like midway down or so, for support, so that it won't rock back and forth and over time with use just basically collapse. So I have to put those support pieces there. So I grabbed some scrap pieces of wood. As you can see, this one is a piece of scrap, stuff cut off of it. Corner missing from there. And I just kind of threw that on there for some support. Everything looks kind of crooked, but it sits pretty stable. So going like this. Well, the front looks good. The front is working. But that's cool. Oh man, wet. It's looking good. I'm amazed. I have a sink. It's not working yet, but we're getting there. We're getting there. For now, I'm going to have a bucket underneath the sink to catch the water. But I am going to, at some point, take a hose from, not a hose, a pipe from it that leads outside the building and leads to the ground. Because this is just gray water, it can just go right on the ground outside somewhere, away from the building. Alright y'all, this is where we are now. I put the whole table together, the whole sink together. I stained it. I will silicone the edge to waterproof it after I put this polyurethane top coat on to the surface to make this table waterproof. So I'm going to do that first, then I'll silicone it. But after that, I'll go right into showing you how I assemble the whole sink together. Okay, we're going to start off putting the sink together with the drain. I've got this bathroom sink drain kit, which is pretty cheap at Lowe's. I think it was like $10. And it comes with this kind of thing here and the stopper. I am going to use this stopper because I think it will keep paintbrushes from falling down the hole. I probably should use some type of, what do you call it, putty around here just to seal it. I found the plumber's putty, looks like that. And all I did was just pinch off some of it and roll it like this between my hands, this way. And then I would wrap it around like this. I'm just going to try to work it all the way there. So now that I have it all smashed on there, I'll just push it down in the hole, and hopefully that will seal the deal. Now, 2 more things that come in this little kit is this rubber dealio here and this plastic thing with ridges on the inside. So I think what I have to do is put this underneath and then screw this like that underneath. Okay, here we are under the sink, and so I'm going to slip this little guy up here like that. Maybe I can push it up somehow when I start screwing. I don't know. Okay, I think I got it on there. Okay, back on top. I think all I do is maybe push this in there. I'm not sure. Just test it out and see. Next we'll do our faucet. So you're supposed to put a thin line of silicone around the edge of this, but I had a silicone mishap with an old thing I was using. And again, this is just for the garage, so it doesn't matter. Anyway, I put this silicone, clear silicone around the edge of here. And I'm going to lay the whole thing in there. And then we're going underneath to secure it in place. Okay, hopefully you can see the two faucets underneath. I'm going to put these two pieces here on to secure them down. Okay, now it's time for me to attach this Y hose using these two adapters. I put some plumber's tape on the ends of these connections, on the end of these pipes here. And now we'll put connect the Y hose. And now we hook up the water hose. And we take the other end over to the faucet outside the house. Whoops, wrong place. Here it is. So I found this little thing. Anyway, I think I'm going to use it to put on here, and so I can keep the regular hose on here, and it has on and off switches, which is cool. So I can have mine on in the garage or turn it off, whatever. It turned out we had to buy an adapter, a female to female adapter, to attach the water hose to this little spigot, because it was two males and we had to have two female adapter. I got leaks. Gotta figure out these leaks. Okay, so Mark had to take everything apart because I didn't do anything tight enough. You can see got water everywhere because I had a leak. So he had to take everything apart and redo it. So let's test it out. What? And you can use either side. Awesome. And I'll be able to move this where I need it to be when I'm ready. So put it in the back. I'm going to put it back there on the corner, and I'm going to go out through a hole out through this part down here to outside, and it'll drain out there. So there we go. So if you want to have a sink in your garage with no plumbing, that's how you do it. Thanks for watching.